Welcome back to another High Tide Imbibe. We have one from Two Crows, and you don't have the usual 3D crow image on here. I think this must be like one of their seasonals or one of their like specialties, but this is their refresh. I think they've changed the recipe recently because what they list on the website is slightly different than what we're getting here. Where this says it's 4.3% alcohol by volume and 12 IBUs, it was 4.8% alcohol by volume and 12 IBUs on the website. And also their ingredients here, barley, rice, hops, water, and yeast. It used to be just, I believe, barley, hops, water, yeast. So they put rice in it in this iteration at the very least. And I guess they're kind of going for a light Euro lager kind of style. But like, the North American interpretation, so it's more like Budweiser. So again, previous review where I was doing the Bring Your Own Beer from North Brewing. Here's another craft brewery here in Nova Scotia, going with the trend of trying to make a better version of what the big macro companies just pump out standard every day. That's kind of what I think the intention kind of here is. Although this has a little bit of a caveat. This is dry hopped with Huell Melon, which is a German hops from, it was just invented in 2012, I believe, or at least first grown in 2012. And it's kind of it's known as like the daughter of Cascade. And it's supposed to give off some distinct but light, kind of like fruity notes. It's kind of an aroma hop, not very much a bittering hop, which fits with the style. If it's a light Euro lager, it's not supposed to necessarily have that big bite. Like, you're looking at more something that's closer to like a Helles lager or something like that. That doesn't really have a big hops bite or a spiciness or anything like that. It's much more grassy and clean and the like. But so they're kind of doing that, but they're giving this Huell Melon hop in here, which is going to give it, supposedly give it a little bit more character, I believe, is what they're going for here. So again, they're doing the light beer, but like with the Bring Your Own Beer, where it has the citrus zest added into it, they're trying to give it just a little bit of an accent, a little bit of a twist, something to make it stand out a teeny bit, I believe, is kind of the impression here that I'm getting. But looking at it, yeah, it looks like a pale Euro lager. It is fairly unfiltered, though. You notice there, it is pretty cloudy. And yeah, we'll just go right to the aroma. And you can look at that. Okay, so what I'm getting in the aroma is this light fruitiness. The Huell Melon is called such because it generally does kind of give like predominantly a honeydew melon kind of aroma, usually, depending on how it's used. And you're definitely getting a little bit of that here, but you're also getting some of the other qualities that this hop supposedly is supposed to have. There's this general sense of like a what are those like combo fruit teas, like one of those teas that have a bunch of different fruits going on in it that you can buy. And it smells pleasant, just like a nice, like mild fruit tea kind of smell. A little bit of malt in there, but not a big amount. But it smells like beer. It doesn't smell like some fruited concoction or anything like that. Yeah, and the more you draw on it, the more the melon sort of comes out predominantly. But there's still some like light notes there, like kind of a light little bit of a hint of strawberry. I believe I've had beers with the Huell Melon before, and they've always sort of given me the strawberry kind of note. And so I'm getting a little bit of that here, but it's much more the honeydew melon kind of thing. So we'll go to the taste. Cheers. This is good. So a little bit of the taste, kind of A little bit of that comes out of the taste, like a teeny little bit of like a fruitiness. You could say melon, you could say maybe strawberry, but it's a much more clean grain Euro lager kind of malt taste there. Not too grassy. A little bit more on the bitter side. The malt, the drink actually does finish fairly hoppy, like almost like Pilsner level hoppiness here because the bitterness is amped up a little bit. And you do get a little bit of that melon in the finish, but it's much more about the crisp bitterness. Makes you want to taste more. It is very refreshing. Like it's aptly named. It's a very refreshing sort of summer beer, and another one that you can just sit out and drink with like barbecue or any sort of salad or whatever the fuck you're eating in the summertime. Hamburgers. It would work for that, or just day drinking. Because there is enough of a little spark of difference there compared to like just your standard Euro lager kind of style here that makes it stand out a little bit. And that being said, I've got to rate this, I think, under the sort of Euro lager, like the light Euro lager kind of style is kind of where I'm looking at here. And if I'm going to be totally honest, it doesn't quite fit that style. There's some parts about it that sort of fit, but 100%, no, it doesn't. So I'm going to give it a good solid 7.5 on style. But my enjoyment of this one, my overall, I'm going to throw an 8.5 because I like this quite a bit. It's very simple, it's very light, it's very refreshing. Honestly, that's kind of the stuff I gravitate towards these days, too. I don't, as much as I love, like, big barrel-aged stouts and shit like that, I don't seek them out all that much. Probably in part because we just don't get a lot of them here. Like, not readily available in SLCs in my area. They're just not necessarily readily available. We're getting a lot more, like, IPAs and sours and saisons and a lot of light beers these days too from craft breweries, like table beers and things like that, like really cool shit that you know what, I'd rather drink that stuff, honestly. Maybe it's just it comes of age and you just don't want to get mind blisteringly drunk within like an hour. Yeah, I don't. I'd rather get pleasantly fucking sloshed over the period of an entire day than, or just get a good buzz on and keep that going. And beers like this kind of do that. So yeah, this is really good. 7.5 on style, 8.5 on my overall enjoyment. Refresh from Two Crows is refreshing, and you should seek it out if you can find it in SLC. Or you can get it off their website, of course, too. Like a lot of breweries in Nova Scotia right now with this COVID thing going on, they deliver. So you check their website and figure out if you're here in Nova Scotia, if you fit their area of delivery. I think they might only deliver within like the sort of greater sort of Halifax area, like the combined city area or whatever the fuck. But whatever. It's good stuff. I'm rambling now. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you again later for another High Tide Imbibe. Have a good one.